Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. I wanted to give you a view of the progress that I'm making with my downsizing themes. If you remember, over in this top corner up here, that was cram-packed. Cram-packed. I had travel and vintage over there, and I have downsized all the way down to travel, and we're going to do travel together. In my last video I had said we would do mail next. I went ahead, because I was chatting with friends, I went ahead and did that on my own. And then the next separations that I have are pet, school, and sports. And I really didn't downsize those. I like the fact that I have those plastic holders. I'll see if I can get a little closer here so you can see what I'm talking about. These are the plastic holders. You get them. I got mine from Hobby Lobby. I ordered them in bulk, and I love them. I like the fact that they could just give you a definite size. You can't go over that 1.5 inch, and it limits how much I'm able to put in those selections. So I love that. The thing that I hated, and I'll go back down to here, is this up here, this top. I don't like the flap. I don't like the fold over portion. I never could get them to fit right. So on those three up there, since I'm working on this portion of my space, I decided to cut those off. And the second I did, I was immediately happier. So, guess what's in the future for these down here? I will be cutting the tops off of those. I have to remind myself sometimes, this is my space, and when something's driving me crazy, take care of it. Nobody cares. Nobody else is going to know, except for when I tell you and I blab my mouth. But this is my space, and I should have it in a manner that doesn't drive me nuts. Okay. So the hole that's left, that's about half of a cubby. That's the space I have for travel. And my goal is to downsize to fit in that space. I do not want to overflow. So we're going to pause and go to the desk. Well, toot. I bumped my phone and stopped the recording, so here we are. I will share with you, this is what I use. This is the straight edge knife that I use to cut off the top of those holders. And I also found this in with my little boys stuff. This is from 2000. It's Karen Foster design from the year 2000. That was a long time ago, and I am going, because I have used the elements off of here that I want to use, this is going to go away. Makes me a little sad. Definitely a bygone era. So I'm going to pull in my travel stuff a little bit at a time. This is probably going to be a very lengthy video. I will apologize in advance. And as much as you can hear my fan in the background, it's way better than listening to my air conditioner. So if you will bear with me, I have to have a little bit of air up here. So this is a collection that I have played with a lot and repurchased it because I think it's adorable. So I have a sticker book, 2 enamel dots, probably do not need 2 enamel dots. And we've got some embellishments, chipboard. This is from the scrap room kit, the frames, chipboard. And then I have a whole new collection here because I repurchased it. I completely used up the one that I had. So we used portions of this in a Vicky Booten's class, and I loved it, and then just decided to repurchase it. It has adorable designs. So I'm keeping all of this one, no surprise. And one of the things I do to reduce some of the bulk, I'm going to take out one of these enamel dots and put them with my other enamel dots. To reduce bulk with sticker books is that I cut them in half. And I have used a lot of this, the first portion of the sticker book, and I still have, because, you know, they duplicate the pages. You've got 2 sets. So there is that. Let's do it this way, and that'll kind of even out that bulkiness. I have these Stateside from Echo Park. I'm keeping these. I'm not going to go through all of those. This is a collection that I purchased when I first came back to scrapbooking. And so this is, I came back in the, I didn't start purchasing until 2018. I started dabbling in scrapbooking again at the end of 2017. And I did not start purchasing again until 2018. Close to International Scrapbook Day. So I'm looking at this. This is very primary, and I don't have that love and feeling for it, for the primary colors for travel. I like primary colors in a lot of my categories, so I need to go through this slower and with a more discerning eye to decide what I want to do with it. I don't want to get rid of all of it, but there's quite a bit of this that I think can go away. This is kind of, you know, some of those things that we have to learn about ourselves. And I am learning that I prefer a different color palette when I'm working on travel pages. So this all came out of a paper pad, and some of it I like, and some of it I think needs to go away. So I don't think I need 2 of these. This was a Chamel paper pad, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these designs I remember. This I think is adorable. That is really cute. I like this with the suitcases. I like cut-aparts. I just do. So a lot of this is going to go away. Next we have Simple Stories, Safe Travels. And I want to say this came out around when COVID was getting done and over. And I have 1, 2, 3, I have 2 sets of these frames. I do not need 2 sets, so that's going to go away. We have the 6x8 and some chipboard. And let's see what I think about this. And I've mentioned this before, I'm looking at both sides. If one side is not my favorite, then I'm going to the other side, and if I feel like I can use it, then I'll keep it. Yeah, I'm keeping this. I believe that's the entire collection. I'm just going to downsize the frames. I don't need to. I get in a trap when I go to the expo in the summer because way back, not too far back, last year actually, they have a booth, a vendor that sells Simple Stories products, and you can get embellishments for $2. Well, we know how expensive they are when you buy them full retail. So I snatch and grab like I don't have any embellishments in my room, and we all know that I do. I very much do. So this is Road Trip by Cartabella, and this is very primary. However, the thing I like most about it, and this is an older collection, is the artwork. It's the artwork. It's, if I'm not mistaken, this is by Stephen Duncan. Am I wrong? No. Road Trip is by Stephen Duncan, but I've got this mixed in with Scenic Route. Yeah, I love this artwork, but I don't think I need 2 of those. So we'll get rid of 1 of them. I'm having a crafty lunch over here. Let's pause. Okay, crisis averted. All right, let's look at this. I like some of those. Love the navy. Okay, so this is going to have to go with my Italy kit because we went to Italy. We went to Greece, which you can't see over here, and then we did go into Croatia. So that needs to come out. I'm not fond of this. I can use the red. This looks like it's blurry to me, like it didn't make a good crisp copy, and I'm not hugely fond of that, so that can go away. Every time I see airplanes, I think about my friend Jeannie Linguini because they feature heavily in her life, and if I ever get rid of airplanes, I always want to send them to her. She's so I don't love this, but I can use the red, and I think I will just put that with my red paper. I have combined Road Trip, Scenic Route, and Getaway in this kit. The color schemes are almost bang on. This is just a little more, it has more, I would say, maturity to it. A little fancier designs, the Getaway does. Look at that postcard. Isn't that pretty? So even though these tones are on the spectrum for primary colors, they are not as bright, so that they, you know, look specific to the primary color collection, and I can do these better. And I'm going to leave those collections working together because, like, the artwork on Road Trip doesn't work with those. But we have Scenic Route in here, and that will be okay. So when I am just in a buying frenzy, and I'm just, you know, throwing stuff up in my room, and I don't look at things with a discerning eye, this is why we get in trouble like this. This is how it happens. So we have Here, There, and Everywhere from Carta Bella. And this is a very cute collection. I was going to say I'm not loving these clusters, but the B-side redeemed it. I have 4 of this paper, so I must have loved it totally. And I do. I love these. But this is a very basic paper that does not have to stay in this collection. So I'm going to move these out because this is inspiring me right this second to do something with it. So what this looks like is that it was, so these are very basic papers. This does not have to be travel. These are coming out. I got this in the scrap room and then went back and purchased additional papers. So I'm going to put one of these with the kit. And this is going to go over to my scrap room kit so that I will run into it when I'm doing my grab and go. So I do not have an entire collection of that. I just have the scrap room kit and some add-ons. This is a Simple Vintage Traveler from Simple Stories. And this was what year did this come out? 2019. So definitely pre-COVID. I have these snap cards and a sticker sheet, and then the papers. I love this color palette. Love this. And I have played with this one a bit. And then I bought some of the single papers at the expo to add to it because I had used up quite a bit. I only had the one collection. I just think it's absolutely lovely. I've got scraps there. So these all need to go with my scraps. And I have some of the, oh, this is something I bought in bulk. Yeah, this need to come out. I'm going to leave 2 of each one of the cardstocks in there, and then this is going to go with my cardstock. Now, if I get to the end and I do not have enough space in my allotted space, some that would go away would be probably something like this, because it's the primary colors and I don't love that color scheme the most. If I had to choose between this color scheme and this color scheme, I would choose this. And that's how it's going to go when I get closer to the end, because I still have a lot to go through. We have a lot to do, my friends. This one, love, love, love. Love it. Vintage, Simple Vintage Coastal by Simple Stories. And I go nuts over it. I love it. And we do not do a lot of beachy type things. We're not really big into tropical locations. So I have several of this wood grain, and some of this can go to my wood grain. Oh my gosh, I have 6. So we're going to leave 2 in the collection, and I'm going to put these in the wood grain. Look at this. I love that. Just love it. So I have 4 of these, and I do not need 4 of those 2 by. I have 5 of these 2x2s. I don't need 5 of them. I will keep 2, and I will share. And then I have the cardstock pack. So I'm going to keep those. I have 2 packs of stickers, 2 sheets of stickers. Isn't that just pretty? It's just pretty. I love these colors. I have used up quite a bit of this, because that is a very, very skinny 6x8. Okay, moving on. These are just random bits and pieces that I have pulled with my, or put with my travel. And I like that. This is sand. It's supposed to be sand from a paper pad. These are textured. I think they're supposed to be scales, or so I'm going to put these with my specialty because it's fabric. And the sand I'm taking out. This looks like the the coral reef, and it's iridescent. And I don't know of a time that I will ever use this. I'm going to place it with my specialty for now, because that's not, it's not me. I love these. I think those are pretty. And we have text. We have starfish. We have the scales that are iridescent again. Just have 1 of those. And I'm going to put those with a specialty. These, I love these. 3 times. I think they're super cute. Got 3 of those. I love these. These are from We Are. Why are they with travel? Oh, this is the Explorer collection. No. That's that paper. High Five. It's the High Five collection. I don't know that these need to be in travel. We're going to leave them here. But I do love them. I like that color scheme. This is from Cartopia, from Cartabella. I don't love the tags. I would use that probably in my black and white sooner. Travel notes. This is travel notes. So we've got travel notes from Simple Stories. And then from a Simple Stories paper pad. I want to say these were from It's from a paper pad, and it looks like the color scheme of Simple Story, so we're going to leave that together. The arrows, I'm not a big fan of. These circles, I don't think I'll use these in travel. This is not travel. This does not have to be travel. I don't love these. I don't love these. Don't love those. This does not have to be travel. I don't love those. This is cute. Don't know how I'd use it though. Don't love those. That's cute, but it doesn't have to be travel. The arrows, I'm just not a big fan of arrows. I don't know why. I do not know why. I'm not a huge fan of that. And I don't need two of these. We had one right at the beginning, and I don't need two. These are by Chick Tags. This is from Blue Fern. And why do I have it in travel? The title is Wanderlust. Okay, we're going to leave them in here. Those are beautiful. Beautiful. And then we have a big old chipboard. And another great big chipboard that we're going to keep. So that's the random stuff that we're going to keep. I want to put these in their own bag or pouch. Let's see if we can get these to fit in here. It's just easier to get them on and off the shelf when they're contained in something and not just running around wild. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second, reload my desk, and we'll be right back. Okay, I've got my desk reloaded, and we are starting back with Going Places by Simple Stories. And as I was loading my desk, I was thinking to myself, yeah, this one may be one of the ones that, if I don't have space, no, I love this. Never mind. I was going to say I might get rid of it, but I love that paper. And this is a scrap room kit, I can tell. This is Safe Travels, and we have already gone through Safe Travels. What was I thinking here? So we've got Going Places. I need to stick that with with Safe Travels, because that will drive me nuts. This is what I got from the scrap room kit, and then I went back and I got embellishments, I'm sure, from the expo. I'm going to stick this one back with my my scrap room kits, and then that will take care of it. Now we have Here and There by Simple Stories. This is kind of in that boho color scheme. I have a 6x8 pad that's never been opened. And I'll be honest, this is a collection that I have not played with. We'll take a close look at the papers. That is the same image from years ago, just in a different color. So if I were to tear this down, there's some papers in here that are not specific to travel. So let's just look through that real quick. That's the same image that just threw some airplanes on it. And now that I've realized that, you know, it kind of, I don't know why things like that bother me, but they do. These two can come out. They are not specific to travel. And I will leave my cut aparts in there. I feel kind of, I like it, but I feel kind of blah about this collection. That's how I feel. And this 6x8, I'm going to open it up. I'm just thinking, like the color scheme, I typically keep out a 6x8 on my desk to go with the collections that I'm playing with. Like I use brighter colors to go with my summer kit, and I use pastels. This reminds me of fall. It could play well with fall, like this. So I think I'm going to put that with my fall kit. That for the way that I work, that makes sense to me. This is close to my heart. What is the name of the collection? Is this close to my heart? Yeah. The World Is Yours. So we have some, this is textured. You can feel those raised lines. And I don't know if this came with the collection or not. We have vellum, 2 pieces of vellum. I guess it did. That does not say travel to me. We've got the luggage there, but I like the gray better. We've got the green plaid, 2 different tones of green plaid. If it wasn't for, I like this. If it wasn't for these stickers, I would say this is not a travel collection. So I'm going to leave the stickers in my travel. All of this is going to come out, because that's, I wouldn't use those papers as travel. Let's take The Trip by Echo Park. Got a 6x6. Got all the things it looks like, and a sticker book. This I had to have gotten in, because I don't have a title page. I feel like I got this in Club EP. I think this is super cute. Those clouds are really, really pretty. I'm not a big fan of that one, but I'll use that. This is cute. I will hold on to that one. hear my floor squeaking every time I move. Now this one is a big one. It is a Simple Stories collection and Maggie Holmes round trip and Simple Stories Let's Go. I feel like I have Let's Go somewhere else. I put it with this one because the color schemes work together. This is a lot. I should be ashamed. This is a lot. Okay, so yeah, I chose to put the Let's Go round trip. I've got a sticker book, ephemera pack, these enamel pieces. I've played with it, and these are some of my die cut leftovers. I have enamel dots for Let's Go from Simple Stories. I have some title bits. I have a 6x8, another, and this is a different ephemera pack, 1.5 sticker sheets. I've got the foam stickers from Let's Go. We have 2.5 sticker sheets. This was from Tuesday morning. And I got it from the scrap room. So I'm going to, I'll flip through it with you. Let's see how much time we're going. We're waxing long here. I loved this collection, but I feel like I need to go through it with a discerning eye and figure out what really needs to stay and travel. So these pieces here were all part of a scrap room kit. I'm going to set those to the side. I also feel like I bought this at Joann. So I have mucho. I have 3 of the die cuts and this black and white pattern. I have 3 of this floral and the pink. And so I don't feel like I need 3 of those. I have 2 of the, nope, 5 of this ledger and these cut aparts. So I'm going to put 3 of these in with my ledger category. If I can get those to come apart, and leave 2 in with the kit. We have this ledger, and I'm not kidding myself by thinking I only have 1 of that. No, so I knew better. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 5 of these. I'll just split those up. This floral we have seen, so now we've got 3, 4, 5 more. Why do I have 5 of these? Oh my gosh, my stinking gosh. I thought we'd seen those before. Did we not? Okay, I'm beating up myself for nothing, but still 5, really. So I'm going to leave 2 in and share those. We have seen 1 of these already. There she goes. This, we have seen this one. I had 2, and so we don't need another one. We'll share that. Do not need 3, 4 more of this, because we have some in here. I had 3, so we'll share those. Got 3 of this one. 2, 3, 4 of this one. I make maybe 2. I don't need 4. Oh my gosh. My gosh, people. I have more of this floral and blue. What in the dude? And more of that cut apart. So those are coming out. That is ridiculous. I love this green. We have 4 of these. I will hold on to that. Dude, seriously? And then we have this pattern. I love that. 2 of this. We had 2 here. So, yeah, let's share those. And we have these 2 patterns. So, I've reduced this one quite a bit of excess. And I still have a lot. A whole bunch. So, I feel somewhat better by reducing that. I'm going to not put the 6x8 in. Once again, I feel like I can use a lot of these papers in just in random pages as I'm working. I do not need 2 of these, so we'll get rid of 1. And all of these are just onesies. We'll keep those. Because I might run out of embellishments. You know how scarce they are in my space. And if you are just now joining and you do not know the ridiculousness of my purchasing in the past, I'm joking. I'm teasing. I have tons of embellishments. All right, we have Explorer by Kaiser Craft. Oh, I have this from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club that I had tucked in. We have a sticker sheet. This paper is not very thick at all. We've got iconic scenes around the world. I like the color scheme. It feels more masculine. I'm running out of space and things are sliding over here, so we're going to flip through it this way. So we've got one. Oh, we have 2 of this. Beautiful, beautiful. And 2 of this. So we had 2 of each sheet. I love this. And we are going to hold on to that one. And I'm going to stick this Limitless back in with it. I'm going to pause for a second and clean up over to my left because I'm running out of space. Okay, we are close to the end. We are looking at Our Travel Adventure. The artwork is by Stephen Duncan. It's Cartabella. It is very primary colored, but let's see if the artwork will redeem it. I think for so far, let's just say, keep looking. I think so far that I would be okay with getting rid of most of this and just keeping some of the icons. Love that piece. So this one is going to go in last. If I do not have room on the shelf, this will be one of the ones that I would get rid of. So I have 2 packs here that I would get rid of if I don't have space. I think I'm going to be okay, but Pack Your Bags by Echo Park. This was one of my favorites. Apparently, I have 2 of them. I like the stripe, the llama not so much. Unless I go to Peru. If I hitch a ride with my friend, that would be fun to go to Peru. Some of these papers are not like, this is on Echo Park paper and this is on Cartabella. That's what's happened. I bought some of this at Tuesday morning. Now it makes sense. Okay, I'm going to reduce this. I'm not going to do it on camera, but some of this I don't need. And if I have to choose between Cartabella paper and Echo Park paper, I'm keeping the Echo Park. I'm sorry, keeping the Cartabella. I said that backwards. We are down to our last collection. It's Let's Travel by Cartabella. This I'm going to put in my seat to go through off camera. I have in here some embellishments from My Mind's Eye, Cityscapes, the stamps, and we have a different set of stamps. These are cute. But I'm going to put them with my stamps so that I see them, not just with this travel kit, but that I can use them with a lot of travel kits when I'm playing with them. So I have chipboard, I have a sticker sheet or 2. What is this? Oh, this is just a hodgepodge of stickers that I've bought separately. Or kept from, it's the same one. I can get rid of one of those. I feel like I had 2 of this one. So did I not have Let's Travel? I don't think I did. I just have the stickers and the chipboard. Well, what about that? Don't need 2 of those. Got Let's Cruise, Going Places, Julie Nuttings, Nautical Bliss. This is from a paper pad. Oh, I do have 2. There it is. Okay. So random stickers. We'll just put that sticker sheet with them. So that's what that is, just randomness. Okay, friends, I know this one took a long time, but we are to the end of my travel. And I can go ahead and tell you that everything fits. Everything will fit. I don't have to throw anything away. I did enough reducing that I made it work. So on my shelf, let me pause and then I'll take the camera off and then I'll just show you. I'll show you where we are. Change of plans. I have a paper pad that I bought not too long ago. And I thought we would go through it and decide which papers I want to keep and which ones I don't, that I can share with someone else. So far, this one is a share. that plaid saved it. This one can go away. On the back is just this really pale green dot, and you know how I feel about those colors. Not a fan of the foil or this design on the back side. And I think we are duplicating So that wasn't too bad. I only got rid of, I think, 6 papers out of this pad. It is cute. And now we're going to pause, and then I'm going to take the camera off and we'll show you the shelf. Okay, here we are. I'm finished. I am not going to reduce this anymore. And I have a little bit of space. It's not cram-packed. So I am very, very proud how this turned out. I thought it would take me to December. We're going to wrap this up here in September and call it good. Thank you for joining me. Come back. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.